Day 44, build healthy habits. Okay, so the best book that really illustrates this concept, the power of making tiny little decisions that influence your everyday life and how those have the power to come together to build up, kind of like that snowball effect, and then result in you having a successful life. I think that that's best illustrated in a book called Atomic Habits. I slipped my mind the author of that book right now, but look it up. It's a very, very well-known personal development book, Atomic Habits. But literally, folks, another book that you folks should check out is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And this has been studied many, many different ways, many different analysis have been done of people who are successful. And there's a commonality between getting up early, going to sleep early, getting regular exercise, taking regular vacations, eating healthy food, and doing things that nurture your soul. Having healthy hobbies so that you're not always in grind mode. And there is so much evidence that shows that when you apply these seemingly insignificant things to your life, they have huge effects. And sometimes these habits are things that are much more difficult for us to pick up because they're things that we were not taught at home, we were not taught at school, that maybe for the first time in our lives, we are reading labels, right? Realizing, oh wow, this is like junk that I'm putting into my body. Why am I surprised when I'm like feeling sick? When I don't have energy? I'm not putting real food into my body. I'm not giving myself any kind of release through like exercise, right? So I'm not giving my brain any kind of break. Here's the other thing, folks, just to really have this hit home. I have had, and I know I've talked about this before, I have had some of my best, most valuable, most lucrative ideas when I'm like in the middle of a workout, when I'm in the middle of a walk, when I'm actually taking a break from running my business. And a lot of that I can attribute to building healthy habits. And if I might add before I end this little clip, start with getting up early. Start with getting up early. And if that means going to bed earlier so that you can get up earlier, well then do that. But getting up early gives you the chance to screw up. You understand what I'm putting down? The earlier you get up, the more of a chance you're giving yourself. Sit with that for a second. Because it's very difficult, almost one might argue impossible, to make up that time when you sleep in. When you sleep in, you're kind of screwing yourself over. And I'm not saying don't do it on vacation, but I'm telling you, stop getting into the habit of like sleeping half your day away. Get up early. Start with that one habit and start seeing how your life changes. So, build healthy habits.